So the most annoying thing just happened. I just recorded this whole episode without turning the mic on. So this is take number 2 of comic book speculation. Let's go ahead and dive right in. What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to Bruce and Stephanie Comics. My name is Bruce and welcome back to another comic book speculation recommendations. The video where I look at this upcoming weekend's final order cutoff and next week's new comic day and try to figure out what the best books to speculate on so that way we can start to make this hobby fun itself. Now, with this being a speculation video, I have to give you guys my 2 reminders, but if you guys are seasoned speculators, or if you guys have seen this video series before, you guys can go ahead and look down in the description below where I have some time codes and you guys can go ahead and skip forward to final order cutoff speculation. But if you guys are new to speculation or new to this video series, I would appreciate if you guys hear my 2 reminders that I have for you guys each and every single week. So let's go ahead and dive into those 2 reminders. The first reminder that I have for you guys every single week, which is the most important reminder that I could tell you guys, is that you guys have to do your own research. I'm gonna suggest some books to you guys today in today's video that I think is good speculation, but what you guys need to do is go check other comic book YouTubers you trust, other comic book websites that you trust, and other comic book apps that you trust. Gather the most information possible so that way you guys can make the best decisions possible for yourself, because remember, you're spending your own hard-earned money on these books, not my money. Your money. And last but not least, there are delays with comic books. So sometimes a book will show up multiple times on my final order cutoff spec list or multiple times on my new comic book day spec list because its release date got moved for one reason or another. Those are my 2 reminders. Let's go ahead and dive into my final order cutoff speculation. Alright guys, we're talking about this weekend's upcoming final order cutoff, and you guys need to get your orders in by July 31st for your DC and Scout books and August 1st for your Marvel and all the other indie publications. And just like every single week, we start off with my cover lover picks, and then I'm going to go over every single book that has speculation coming out on this weekend's final order cutoff, and at the end of that list, I'll give you my final order cutoff spec pick of the week. Alright guys, we have 3 books on my cover lover section, and the first one up is DC Mech number 2, the cover B design variant done by Dan Moore. Now I did some quick eBay searching for DC Mech number 1, the design variant, and right now it is selling just for cover price. But I do think this book will do well on the secondary market in the future, and there's 2 reasons for that. One, the art is done by Dan Moore. Dan Moore is an amazing artist, and these covers are amazing. And I also think design variants do well on the secondary market, but you guys do your own research. If you guys don't agree with me, let me know in the comments down below. And our second cover lover pick is an homage cover, and it is Harley Quinn number 21, the cover C Ryan Sook homage cover, which is homaging The Killing Joke. This is a gorgeous cover, and I think people who like homage covers are really gonna like this one because it is just absolutely gorgeous. And my last and final cover that I want to show you guys is Moon Knight Black, White, and Blood number 4, the Alexander Lozano variant, and it is just gorgeous. I think Moon Knight fans, especially future Moon Knight fans, are gonna want this cover for their collection because it is just absolutely gorgeous. Alright guys, those are my cover lover picks. Let's go ahead and dive into all the books that have speculation coming out on this weekend's final order cutoff. Alright guys, the first book that has speculation is an independent title, and it is Old Dog number 1. And the synopsis is, on the eve of retirement, looking back at a failed career, a former CIA operative is tasked with one final mission that goes terribly wrong. And the next book is Star Wars Hyperspace Stories number 1. Dark Horse resumes publishing Star Wars for younger audiences. Next up is DC Saved by the Belle Reef, which is an anthology of back-to-school stories featuring our favorite DC heroes. Next up is Olympus Rebirth number 1. This is a one-shot featuring Wonder Woman in the Greek pantheon of gods. Next up is Star Wars Mandalorian number 1, the second print, which is a photo variant, and people love photo variants. Next up is a book that's been delayed over and over, and we're talking about Thunderbolts number 1 with the first appearance of Gust and Glory, the first appearance of Ergo the Unbreaker, and a new Thunderbolts roster featuring Hawkeye, Spectrum, America Chavez, Power Man, Persuasion, Gust and Glory, and Ergo the Unbreakable. Alright guys, I'm gonna go back over this list one more time, and I'll let you guys know what my spec pick of the week is. Alright guys, after going over that list one more time, I really gotta say, my spec pick of the week is save your money. None of these books are screaming at me, buy multiple copies, buy a stack of these books so that way you guys can make some extra money. But if you guys have cash in your pocket that's burning a hole, it will no longer be there if you don't spend it. I'm going to suggest going after Star Wars Mandalorian #2, the photo variant. And it's simply because people love photo variants. If you guys watch other comic book YouTube channels that go over books that are selling on the secondary market, photo variants always come up. And Star Wars fans love photo variants just like everyone else. So if I had to pick one book to speculate on, that would be the book to go after. If not, save your money to next week's final order cutoff. Alright guys, it is time to talk about new comic book day spec for next week's new comic day, which is August 3rd of 2022. I can't believe we're talking about August already, but guys, just like final order cutoff, we're gonna go over my cover lover picks first, then we'll dive into my spec picks of the week for new comic day of next week. But guys, there are so many cover lover picks for this week, so let's not waste any more time and dive right in to my cover lover picks. Alright guys, I was not lying. There are 11 covers on my cover lover list, so let's not waste any time and dive right in. And the first one up is Batman number 126, the cover F incentive cover, which is the 1 in 50 foil jock cover. These jock covers have been absolutely amazing and they have been selling well on the secondary market, and I think this one is gonna follow suit. And the next one up is Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths number 3, the cover G Dan Mora design variant featuring Red Canary, which is her first appearance in this issue right here. So you get a first appearance and you get an awesome design variant done by Dan Mora, one of the hottest artists right now. Next up is Batman Killing Time number 6, the cover C incentive cover. This is the 1 in 25 done by Ben Oliver, and Batman just looks epic in this. I love this cover. Next up is Poison Ivy number 3. Again, Poison Ivy back for another week. This is the cover E incentive cover, which is the 1 in 25 done by Justine Franny. It is just such a gorgeous cover, and so many of these Poison Ivy covers have been absolutely gorgeous. Next up is Harley Quinn number 18, the cover D incentive cover. This is a 1 in 25 done by Rose Besh, and yes, this cover almost did not make the list, but the reason why I put this book on this list because how many people are ordering 25 copies of Harley Quinn number 18? I don't think there's going to be that many, so this cover is going to be rare, and there are a lot of Rose Besh fans out there. So if you guys see this for a good price, pick it up, and I think you guys can make some money in the future. Next up is Iron Man number 22, the Alec Lozano variant cover. This is an absolutely gorgeous Iron Man cover. When it was on final order cutoff spec, I had it on my cover lover section and is back for new comic book day. Next up is Batman the White Knight presents the Red Hood number 1, the cover D incentive cover, the 1 in 50 done by Oliver Copel, and it is a foil variant. That's right, a gold foil variant. I love Oliver Copel. I know a lot of people do as well, and this is a foil variant. This is just gorgeous. Guys, if you see it for a good price, pick this cover up. Next up, there are 3 Edge of Spider-Verse covers to talk about. There are 2 Peach Momoko and 1 Scotty Young. So let's go ahead and dive right in. The first one up is the Peach Momoko cover A. It is absolutely gorgeous, featuring what I believe is a new Spider-Man character, and also the cover B, which features Ghost Spider walking on top of a spider. Absolutely gorgeous. And my last Edge of Spider-Verse cover that I want to talk to you guys about is obviously going to be the Scotty Young cover. Scotty Young covers always do well on the secondary market, and I think this one will do well as well. And my last and final cover that I want to show you guys is actually for a magazine. It is Star Wars Insider issue number 212. I don't know much about Star Wars Insider, but what I do know is Black Chrysanthemum is a popular character. He looks absolutely epic on this cover, and what a way to end this cover lover section that is with a magazine that looks absolutely epic. And if you guys see this, pick it up. It is just gorgeous. All right, guys, those are all my cover lover picks. Guys, let me know down in the comments below. Do you agree with any of those? Do you disagree with any of those covers? Let me know down in the comments. Alright guys, the first book that I want to talk to you guys about is an easy one with Edge of Spider-Verse number 1, with the first appearance of Spider-Laird and the first appearance of Spider-Rex, a T-Rex Spider-Man. And Spider-Laird is a Scottish Spider-Man. Now why I think you guys might want to consider speculating on this book, because first appearance of Spider characters usually do well on the secondary market, especially when there's a new movie coming out, especially an Into the Spider-Verse movie comes out. Now, I would pick up multiple copies of this and put it in your long-term hold because I think we will not see any spec for these characters until Into the Spider-Verse 3 comes out. And you're like, Bruce, Into the Spider-Verse number 2 has not even come out yet. Yes, but I think that movie is going to be super popular. I think that people are going to love it. They're going to make a lot of money, and they're going to want to make a third one, and they're going to want new Spider characters for that. So why not a Scottish Spider-Man or a T-Rex Spider-Man? All right, guys, that is the first book. The second book that I want to talk to you guys about is a long shot. But guys, this is speculation. Sometimes you need to go with your gut, and my gut is telling me to get multiple copies of Golden Rage, a nice independent title with a crazy synopsis. The whole synopsis is, when women get older, they get sent to an island because they're no longer needed in society, which is absolutely crazy. But on this island, they fight to the death, which is absolutely crazy. It's an insane idea. But what is so cool about this is that I can see this being made into a TV show on HBO Max, on an Amazon Prime, or one of those kind of streaming platforms, maybe even a Netflix. But also, think of some of the actresses that are getting a little bit older that would be amazing in a role like this, like Angelina Jolie or Sandra Bullock or any of those other actresses that are absolutely amazing actresses fighting to the death. This would be so cool. Now, yes, this is a long shot. I am gonna buy multiple copies, a total of maybe 5, and put them in my long-term spec box and just see what happens. Because if this does get picked up sometime in the future, I will have a couple extra copies that I can go ahead and flip on the secondary market and help make this hobby fund itself, which this video is all about. All right, guys, those are all the books on Final Order Cutoff and New Comic Day that I think you guys might want to consider speculating on. That is the end of this video, so let's go ahead and wrap this video up. Alright guys, let's end this video for the second time. If you guys missed the opening, I have recorded this video now twice. Twice, that's right. I forgot to turn my mic on the first time. So if you guys have made it this far in the video, thank you for sticking around for my second recording of comic book speculation for this week. And if you made it this far, you guys know what you are. You guys are legends. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. If you guys are not subscribed yet, get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notification, and smash that like button. Also, do not forget to leave a comment down below letting me know if you agree with any of the books on today's video, or letting me know that I'm absolutely insane for suggesting any of these books for speculation. Also, if I missed a book, that is the most important thing. Let me know if there is a book out there that you think I should have added on this list for speculation. All right, one last thing, guys. One last thing, I promise. If you guys would like to help support this channel just a little bit more, you guys can become channel members for just $4.99 a month, and that will get you an entry into our end of the month giveaway, which is a mystery box filled with 15 comic books, which is worth more than $50 in comic book. And that is my thank you to you guys for some help supporting this channel. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for sticking around this long in the video. In the next 10 seconds for all my channel members, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.